Okay, looks like we're live. Let's get a little bit of light on the situation. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Looks like someone's joined already. I just need a sound check, really, whoever that was. If you can just put up, yeah, I can hear you. No messages coming up yet. Have a drop me tea. Dipsy. And Stud, yeah, hi. Joel, hi Joel, how are you doing, mate? David M, awesome. Andy Cowley, Rob Phillips, Barry James, Ben Speed's channel. There's 18 here in already. Good turnout. Thanks, lads. Mikey Smith. Evening all. I've not got Zello on at the moment. I've literally just settled myself down here, so I'll let you all sort of come along and join. 2 likes already. Cheers, guys. Dino. Hi, mate. How you doing? Stormy. We spoke earlier, if I remember. I can't remember your name. Sorry, mate. Yeah, it looks like it's near enough the full crew. 10 likes. Yeah, thanks very much. Richard Giles says, evening, Steve. Evening, mate. Anyway, hope everyone's well. As you'll all obviously know, and just for future reference, we are on a second lockdown, as you know, all you guys will already know. Colin Guntrip. Hi, mate. Yeah, I'm okay, and thanks. Hope you all had a good week. While this is all going on, I just want to update you all a little bit on a few developments, let's say. Locally meaning sort of the Luton Dunstable area, we've got an old breaker come back on. His name's Bill and his handle's Sanding Man. Now he's going to be a real asset to Bedfordshire, and it won't be long before you guys that sit on a 305 net will be hearing Bill. He's got one of my old rigs. He's got the Superstar 3900. I believe it's the Ranger boarded one. Paul got it new. I got it off him. I never even opened it. I'm not one for sodding about in things I don't know anything about. So now Bill's got it and a little amplifier. David M's looking forward to hearing Bill. Well, I had a message earlier from my friend Paul. 31 of you in here now. Cheers, everyone. And he said the 19's manic. There was Bill on there, Johnny Jaffa Cake. I think there was someone called Jason on there. Someone's girlfriend was on there. So unfortunately, I couldn't get out to join in. That's one thing. The other thing is I've got rid of the McKinley. Now, it was quite a long-winded deal, right? Paul wanted to swap me a rig for it. I was like, I'm not really sure. Cut a long story short, Paul sold the Anytone 6666 or the 9900, whatever you want to call it, to someone. They didn't get on with it, and I swapped the 3900 for it. So, yeah, the McKinley's gone. Paul's got it back. It was all right. I know some of you guys have already got the President McKinley. Someone says, rest in peace, someone. I don't know what that's about. And, yeah, it was an all right rig, but it just didn't do it for me, if that makes any sense. I liked it. There was nothing to dislike about it. if anything, it was a bit on the small side. I like chunkier rigs. Kevin Conlon, drummer boy from Dorking, Surrey. Great to speak to you earlier. Yeah, likewise. I think Zello helps to make... well, I don't need to explain it. It just helps a lot. And I'm glad to hear you guys on there on the 318 channel. I'm good, thanks, Gizmo. It's all going on in the chat section. I'm not so sure if Fred in the Shed might show himself, who's incidentally, he's now on Zello. So if you want to look up Fred. Now, someone did come on here last week and they kept putting a link to their website on here. It's the guy that customizes rigs. Now, he got me on Messenger. He just sort of like, there's my website. Gone. Oh, all right. Fair enough. Zello is a great addition to this. Yes, it is, 100%. And I know I'm late to the party. Everyone else been doing it, you know, since the year dot. Anyway, what do you reckon on the old Christmas T-shirt? I was going to put a few little Christmas decorations on. I know it's a bit early, but the way things are, you know, what the hell. Catfish says his missus loves my hat. Good. What can I say? I don't know. With it, or no, without it, with it. I like it. It just makes me, I laugh at myself sometimes, which I don't know if that's a good thing. Cole B says, good to see you back, 318. I've been a long time subscriber. Some of the old vids are class. Put up the tree and call it a year. Yeah, might as well. It won't be long. Me and Deb will have the tree up, and we've got a monster of a tree. I went out. Eddie's mum says, yeah, I knitted it myself. I've never looked at myself in it before. So what I should have done was get one of these big fake beers and started going ho, ho, ho. I like it. This is my holiday hat, right? I bought it a couple of years ago, and I'm not much of a sun lover. I don't like the sun getting in my eyes. I've always got my shades on and my hat to keep the sun off. Hat on, yeah, Eddie's mum says. Well, I've got somewhere. Someone said I need a glass of Pimm's. I've got a can of Abbott Ale here somewhere, but I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to start drinking that right now. Now I've said it, I might do if I can find out where it is. One dislike. There's always one, mate. It don't really bother me in the slightest. It's I don't know. What can you say? Dino's got a glass of red. Yeah, fair play to you, Dino. I've got a couple of tea here. Abbott and Edmonds was a lovely pint. That's from Joel. I don't know what I did with it, you know. I might have drunk it. Because I've had a few quid this week, so I've made myself a bit of money through wheeling and dealing. I treated myself to a few Abbotts, and I did have quite a thick head this morning. Colin Wilshire says, hi, Steve. Yeah, keep the hat. It's become a symbol. Hotel Charlie 13. Richard Giles got a cup of coffee. Anyway, how are you all? Any developments with you all? If any of you got any new kit, had some good contacts, had any close shaves with, you know, the obviously what's going on? Just bought a Capo DX 5000, yeah. A nice one, Paul. Well, I'm a couple of rigs down, but I'm one up. I've got the Anytone. It's just here. You can just see the back of it. If I move over, you see the heat sink there. Don't look like it's very old, in actual fact. Hi, Raz. Welcome aboard, mate. And good evening, obviously, to you as well. I've got to get some nicotine. Do you know what? The whole time I've had this T-shirt, I never clocked that there weren't a head on this. So it looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Radio Cruncher. Evening, mate. Just finished my live stream. What have you missed? Not a lot. The lads are just sort of coming along, saying hello. Hi, Stefan. How you doing, mate? If you've just turned up, I was saying earlier that we've got an old-time DXer in Luton just come back on. His name's Bill. I don't know if he's got a call sign yet, but you'll be hearing him on the 305. Well, in actual fact, as close as you are, Stefan, you'll probably hear him on the 19. Mike 7 November Charlie November says hi, Steve. Hi, mate. How you doing? Ben Speed says he's made some purchases this week, but all engineering kit. Yeah, Stefan, you'll hear Bill. I hope you do. Anyway, he's a good old boy. When I first came on the rig back in the AM days, Bill was already a well-established breaker, and he lives on a nice, at the top of a small hill, if you like. And it used to peeve me because I was the other side of the hill, and quite often Bill would be hearing people I just didn't even know were there. Now, earlier on in the week, can't remember exactly when it was, there's a guy on here, he calls himself Albast, all right? He's got a channel, and I've been to have a look at it, and it's all right. Some of his stuff's a bit like mine. It's as is, you know, keeps it real. So if you want to look his channel up, he's just sort of starting to build his audience now. Hi, Richard from Germany. Welcome. Hope all's well with you over there. Yeah, so if you want to have a look at Albast's channel, go to YouTube, type in Albast, and if you subscribe or join his channel, let him know that I sent you. Seems a good lad. I spoke to him on Zello as well. Stormy said, how old is he? I'm 78. Are you referring to Bill, Stormy? Steve G. Hiya, mate. Yes, he's 75. Now, I haven't clapped eyes on Bill. We used to race at the same track. We used to do race in hot rods at Stanbridge Racetrack. Him and his sons, they had a team called the Scorpions. And I knew Bill purely by coincidence off of the rig and at the racetrack. Must have been 30 years since I've met Bill. And when I said to him I'm 59, he nearly fell over because he remembers me as not a whippersnapper, but, you know, I was 20-something, I think. Hi, Richard Donaldson. Dipsy wants to know what the most random thing is that we've bought while we've been drunk. I might even be able to show you. You see this, right? It's a Sony Handycam. Right? It's a bit bashed up at the top here. This is the one that I use on the dashboard when I'm mobile. Got absolutely bladdered one night. And I bought one of them. It's exactly the same. I can't remember how much I paid for it, 100 and odd quid. Dipsy says he's got a lockpick set with a lockpick gun. I've got some picks as well. I think they're under this lot of boxes. I've picked a few locks as well. I've not got the gun. Yeah, that's true. The camera. I went on there. I intended to buy something else, but I was absolutely bladdered. And then I woke up in the morning. I thought, did I order another camera? Because I've already got one of them. George Donaldson says he don't drink at all. You're the guy that does the customization in it. Tell people in the search box, don't put a link because it will get flagged. Just give your call sign or whatever it is so people can go and find you if they need to. And there is something else as well that I randomly bought, which was another one of them waking up in the morning saying, oh, did I? I don't know whether you can see it, but on this wall, further back, you might see like a pink colour, right? In some of the live streams, he's done it again. He's put the link. It ain't going to happen, George. Yeah, that pink colour, it's not, you know, some YouTubers in the background, they'll have like a pink or green or blue light. It's not one of them. It's a grow light. I'm growing some lettuces. But I kept looking at grow lights, and then I woke up one morning and I thought I better check that I haven't actually done what I think I've done. And I've got a 2,000 watt grow light. It's about this big. I only needed it for a couple of cactuses. It lights up the whole of the upstairs. You sure they're lettuce? Yes, they are. They are definitely lettuce. Well, for some reason, George, your message is held for a review. Catfish says, just come across your channel and it's great. I don't know who that's to. I don't know whether that's to George, me, or Dipsy's laughing, says, we've all been there. Come on, Dipsy, what have you ever bought? And anyone else of you as well. You can see a guitar on the right. I can't play. I did start learning a few chords. That one's only one of these cheap and cheerful ones. I did have one that I had off of Paul. I can't even remember what it was. I had a 50 watt Marshall amp and all the rest of it. Radio Cruncher says that I need to allocate some moderators. Then you won't need to worry about it. Do you know what? Going back some time, I created a forum, okay? Now, I fell on hard times and I was going to lose my internet connection. So I said, does anyone want to take over while I'm gone to be a moderator? Someone put their hand up, said, yeah, I'll joining. When I came back, everything on the forum had been changed, and I was effectively locked out. So I don't do that anymore. Anything I do, I'll do it myself. Anyone ever heard of a band called Slinky in the 70s? I've heard of a Slinky antenna, but I've never heard of the band. Cheese lettuce. No, seriously, it's just lettuce. I mean, these are only tiny little things, but just you've asked for this, right? I'm going to show you the ones that are a few weeks older. There you go. They're definitely lettuce, yeah? You can tell a skunk plant from a lettuce plant, can't you? I just set up put that down there. I don't smoke anymore. When I was a lad, you know, yes. David Herbert. Well, we got the full crew now. Hi, Dave. How are you, mate? Barry James says when he gets drunk, he looks like a slinky going down the stairs here. Tell me about it. I wonder what happened with George. I wonder what YouTube don't like. Yeah, Pucker Dave's in the house. Hope you're doing well, Dave. I got myself Eric's old Anytone. And Dave, have you spoke to Bill Sandyman yet, the new broker in Luton? He's a proper old timer. How do you smoke them? They just roll them up. Away you go, I should think, if you're into smoking lettuce. Now I'm going to put Zello on, fellas. George says he has a lot of family in Luton. I think there is quite a big population of Irish people. Now I've got to make myself available here now. So for those with delicate ears, or if your kids are in the room, you might need to, you know, to be fair, everyone's pretty grown up on this Zello that's joined my channel, but you never know what is going to come out. See about the volume. Yeah, we've got a bit of volume there. Just had oil and smoke. I thought we had an intruder. Deb's just walked in front of the security camera. One night I'm going to set up a live stream with the camera looking at my Dirty Katie. Watcha, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello, whoever that was.
I'm just seeing if you can hear me, Steve. You said you were putting Zello on.
Yeah, I can hear you, mate, loud and proud. Radio Cruncher says his handle back in the day was Squeaker, based in Exeter.
Come on, Steve, sort it out. Push the right button. No, you ain't got there yet, have you?
I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm just reading the what the lads are saying here.
Like at multitasking, Steve. No, ain't working. I was just trying to see if you could do Zello and do a live stream at the same time.
Yeah, I've done it last week and the week before, I think. Blimey, it's 51 people. Thanks each and every one of you for turning up. That's broke my previous record. If you've got a rig, if you've got a problem with your rig, you want to tell us about your setup or your contacts, get stuck in on either on Zello or on the chat section. You know, that's what we're all here for, just to chat about CB and catch up and see what we've all been doing during the week.
It's above a Dave, all right. I'll steer clear of the Zello as well for now then. And I'll just watch the, I'll be 30 or 40 seconds behind on the live stream. Go ahead. No, don't go ahead. I'll go quiet.
Right, I'm doing both. I'm not sure actually who that was. I weren't looking at my phone. Who was that? It's gone shy now. But I do gather there is quite a delay. Who was it that was on Del Boy online? He was on and he was talking to me through Zello and I was replying through YouTube, and there was quite a difference in timing. But yeah, cheers for popping in and showing your voice, if you like, mate, whoever that was. Radio Cruncher tried the 39-year net using his Harrier CBHQ, but nobody was on down here. It's the way it is. I've got to be honest. I'm not one for celebrating it as each year goes past. I don't know why. My best moment on CB radio was the night that we got AM and sideband legalised. I was up the hill at midnight giving it some. I can't remember what rig I had, but the whole country was alive. Everyone was, yay, that. But I don't tend to celebrate it. It's an excuse for a video for some people, but it's just really not my thing. It is like a bit of a landmark. So, yeah, I understand why people do it. Oh, Kevin Conlon, I will shut up now. Got a delay between Zello and video. Yeah, I think I've not seen it from your end, but I do gather there is quite a delay. George has got a Mark 1 360 here, no FM. Oh, blimey, I've never seen a 360 with no FM, George. Sean from the Isle of Wight calling. How you doing, Sean? 27 likes, 51 people in the stream. That's very good. I follow a guy, I think I told you all last week. He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. In his last live stream, he only had 55 people. So I'm well pleased that you've all turned up, and I hope you're all enjoying it. You know, let's just... Yeah, Dipsy said there's a 15-second delay. Yes, and that was Del Boy online. Incidentally, Del Boy, he seems like a good lad. I spoke to him on Zello. So if anyone wants to have a look at his videos in YouTube, type in, I think you have to type in Del Boy online. He's got some good videos out there. His camera work, you know, second to none. Colin says, fancy getting rid of a 360. I don't know whether that's to me or George. George, that WKS, I had a rig years ago and I'd forgotten the name of it, and I've got a feeling it could be the WKS. Is it quite deep from the front to the back? Because I had one. I think originally it was an AM sidebander, but someone had added the high block for 555. Stormy's got a 148 needs looking at. What's the matter with it, Stormy? What's it not doing? Yes. Oh, George, I'm so glad you came along. because I've been thinking for ages, what the hell was the name of that thing? I'm actually going to write that down. WKS. Cool, that's going back some years.
Hi, Steve. It's Paul in Southampton.
I better say hello to him, ain't I? Yeah, the guy in Southampton. Hello, mate. Are you part of the live stream, or you just come on to hello, mate?
Yeah, I know. I'm watching you live.
Okay, mate. I wasn't sure because some people speak and they don't know I'm sort of on air doing it. But yeah, welcome aboard, mate. Good to hear you.
Cheers, bud. I'll let you carry on.
Nice one. Take me out off here, but just quickly. AMC says about the 934 rigs. I never had one. I couldn't afford one. They were expensive, weren't they? Yeah, mega money. Only for the rich and famous. Dirty Katie says the live feed is pretty cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Dirty Katie. Out of curiosity, have you got a name that you can use? Is your name Katie or is your name Harry? And that's what I don't know. Give us a clue. Okay, George. Catch you in a minute, mate. Jason. All right, mate. I'll try and remember that. To me, rig-wise, I think the best rig I ever had, and I got the most enjoyment out of it ever, and that's even blows the Mark I Lincoln, the Mark II Lincoln, even the CRT 9900. My best ever rig that gave me the most enjoyment was a Cobra 148 GTLD, bought it brand spanking new. Phenomenal. Oh, Mr. Richard is giving the other guy some advice on his 148. I asked the question. I missed actually what. Dave Mills. If you go to Zello, type in 318 Steve Stevens, you should find me, mate. I think there's quite a few guys on this on my channel. Andy Spencer, hi mate, welcome. Now Pucker Dave seems to be a little bit on the quiet side. Game Master versus the IMAX 2000. I've got to be honest, I think the Game Master might have the edge. I've never done a comparison. I had the half-wave Game Master, but I have had the IMAX 2000. I've actually had two of them. Good aerial. The only thing is with the IMAX that when I had mine up in Kempston, they've sort of cheapened them. You know, like your fiberglass tube. What they used to do was put the rod up the middle and it would have like little felt washers on it. So if you shook that section, the rod in the middle wouldn't rattle about. Well, they've stopped doing that. And in the wind, the IMAX gets quite bendy. And as it whipped about, you could hear the thing rattling. And in the dead of night, I'm surprised that I never had a complaint on it. Whereas the Antron don't tend to do that.
Testing, see if I'm getting out on this. Hello.
Yeah, you're getting out on hello, whoever that was, loud and proud. 5x9.
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Good on you, Steve.
That was Mr. 2E0. Yeah, good to hear you. Is Fred in the shed on air? Yeah, he's just come onto my channel today, actually. Fred in the shed. Me and Fred had a chat, and so did some of the other guys. He can't be missing out on that, can he? He's got to give that a go. He's seen what fun it is on air. David M says antennas depend on your location or QTH. I can't say I totally agree on that, David. Because if you've got an aerial and it's absolutely shit, it doesn't really matter where you live. But I do get your point. What tends to happen on CBeam, we've all seen this. You get one guy who lives on top of a hill. He might get a 2016. He might get a Sirio 827 or whatever. And that guy, because he's up high, he'll be getting out for miles. And everyone thinks I might get one of them. But it is down to where that person lives. Stormy says, was it a 146? That's just the AM sidebander, isn't it? Will it not fire up at all? Will it not turn on? Because that could just be your power lead, can it? If that is the case, connect your power lead up, get your voltmeter, put it on the end of the didgeridoo, see what happens. AMC is IMAX broke at the bottom section. Do you know what? Some wind, it's just so strong, it'll bend or break anything. I did start telling you last week about my Vector 4000. And what I'd actually done, I'd had it down on my own, which was a bit of a handful. You got a 30-foot long aerial and 2 metal scaffold poles. And I brought it down to get the SWR better. And of course, I put it back up and I thought, I'm still not happy with that. So I left the 3 guy lines hanging. That night, the wind was blowing an absolute gale. When I looked out the window at about 1 o'clock in the morning, the aerial was gone. But what had happened, the bottom scaffold pole was completely bent. Luckily, the aerial was still intact. I had to jump over the garden and swing it into my garden. But I have heard a few people with aerials that are broke. If they're fiberglass, they tend to snap or crack. And obviously, if they're aluminium, they just fold over, don't they? Richard's got halfway silver rod. Yeah, they're okay. Can anyone remember back in the 80s when CB really sort of started kicking off? Because I remember someone on the rig mentioning the fact that they'd been chatting all night. I thought, how the hell do they do? What can you talk about all night? And funny enough, it was this guy talking about his silver rod that made me think of it, because I ended up doing it myself. And I remember looking out my bedroom window one day and I had a brand new silver rod up in the garden. And it was about the same height as my window, but further down. And the sun illuminated it because it was brand new. It sort of shone. Yeah, people used to sit up all night. Hello, whoever that was. Do you want to just speak again? And because I didn't have a chance to see who you was, mate. Don't know. Give up on that.
Colin from Newtown, Steve. Colin Gantrip from Newtown, mate.
Hi, Colin. How you doing? I know there'll be a delay, but you will get to see this. Radio Cruncher says he used to be all night and well into the morning sometimes. I went through a stage back in the 80s. I started brewing my own beer. I weren't working. My dad was sort of looking after me. There was a family issue where, I mean, I could have gone out and got a job, but I didn't. It suited me and my dad, you know, to keep the house running. I'd be on the CB all night, get up about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, straight on the home brew. And then the same thing, it become like a little bit of a circle, and in the end I had to stop brewing my own beer because I was frightened of becoming an alcoholic. I'm glad I did stop, in actual fact. Anyone else ever done an all-nighter on CB? Come on. Let's check your pedigree here. Anyone who's anyone, if they were back on in the day, has done an all-nighter. And was you chatting up the DXing? Was you chatting up the women or what? George, many times. Yeah, I believe it, George. Bob. Richard has. Women and DX. What a combination, eh? Happy days. Colin, yeah, plenty of times. All night DXing. Dirty Katie, Jason. Yeah, would realise the time when heard birds singing. Yeah, same as. Once or twice, that's Rob Phillips. All of the above. Yeah, years ago, the Lady Breakers on the rig. You know, anyone out there for a sexy lady breaker, or like, people just, whoo, they'd be all over it. And then you might be tuning round early and you go, oh, you'd hear someone going, you know her on channel something. They'd give you all the gossip, what she looked like, if she was butt ugly or covered in spots or big fat thing, or whether she was really nice. Colin Guntrip says, I watched all of your videos on here from the very beginning last night. Fair play to you, mate. Blimey, if you're talking to me, I'm surprised that you managed to get through them all. Yeah, all night, that's good. Dino 325, yeah, when you met him. Western Sexy Lady gone. Yes. Me and my mate Gary, right? There's nothing to do with women, but it's to do with an eyeball. Now I'll have to sort of change the story a little bit just in case, all right? Me and my mate, we went round this person's house one night. Stormy sat on a hill all night, then went to work. Yeah, fair play to you, Stormy. Blimey. Never done that. Anyway, went round this person's house. We got invited in for a cup of tea. Now, when I walked in, I thought, oh my God. If I said it smelled, that'd be being polite. So this bloke says, do you want a cup of tea, lads? But like, yeah, all right. Neither of us really wanted one because of the smell. And while we're sat there chatting, this mouse came running in with a bit of straw in its mouth across the living room floor. And I thought, please don't see it, Gary, because my mate was one of them blokes. If he started to giggle, he ended up like the laughing policeman. And I had to sit there talking to this bloke. I've got one eye on him and one eye on this mouse, chewing away on this bit of straw. Oh, dear. When me and my mate got out, I said to him, did you see that mouse? He goes, no, I never saw it. I said, thank God for that. Change the names to protect the innocent. Yes. Wipe your feet on the way out. You're not kidding. I mean, they were lovely people, I've got to say. But, oh, man, I'm sure we've all experienced some funny things. Maybe someone's met me in the day and thought, do you know what? I don't know. Paul the Pipe TV, what's the best calling channel for SSB besides 555? 555, I think, is the best one. And then on the mid band, you've got 27385, but that's on lower sideband. That's where the Americans tend to come through. If you've seen any of my videos, you might have seen the one where I was up the downs, and I don't know, I think I've got half a dozen Americans back to back. That was on 385 lower sideband. Brilliant, bringing all the memories back. Yes, it is what it is, isn't it? Come on here and just chat a bit about the rig and have a little bit of fun. Yeah, that message, Jason's been flagged up. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, we had a few around here. You knew you were on the road to hell when your shoes were sticking to the carpet. Fox hunting. No, I think I said last week I never went on a fox hunt. I used to love listening to it. You know, all the lads going crazy trying to find the fox. But I'll tell you now, a terrible wind-up merchant in my day. How me and my mate are still friends, I don't know. But I'll just tell you quickly, one wind-up I did on him. I managed to get him set up. Looks like it's raining. The raindrops show up like golf balls on the CCTV camera. I got in my car one day. I had an Austin 1100. Yeah, this is how long ago it was. I had a KT40 on a lip mount on the boot. Got in the car, turned the rig on, and like I say, I got my mate onto the rig. He weren't right into it.
Come on, who's about?
Yeah, we're all about, mate. I'll just turn that down for a minute. Just for a minute. Jumps in my car. Any breakers out there for me, the fat man, as in overweight, that was my handle. My mate comes back to me, Steve, go up one. Went up one. How you doing, mate? What you doing? Now, I'd not long passed my test, and the Austin 1100 was my first car. Because it was novel, we're only young, we could go out, do what we wanted. I said, look, mate, I'm just starting a car up on my way down your house. So I was still sat there, sparked up another Benson and Edges. And I thought he'll call in a minute because I should have been at his house. So eventually he calls me up, Steve, where are you? So I got on the rig. I said, mate, I've broke down. Just really? I said, yeah. I said, I broke down on, let's call it Pastures Way. I said, I'm stuck right in the middle of the road. I said, I might need a push. Some mate goes, I'm on my way. So mate's come out of his house and he's run all the way down this road. Of course I ain't there, am I? AMC's just asking if I do amateur radio. I was licensed for, I don't know, quite a few years, but me tickets run out. I should have validated it back in 2018, I think. I never bothered. I might do one day. It's good on there. But for now, I'm just an 11-metre operator, a CB, whatever you want to call it. I did that to my mate twice. Right, it's a red hot day. So eventually I started the engine up. I thought I'd better go. So I called him up and he was out of breath. He said, where are you? I said, I'm on my way, mate. I was only joking. I ain't really broke down, you know, things like that. All the time I used to do it. Joel says, is it 318 live? Well, it used to be, but now, Joel, if you type in 318 Steve Stevens, you'll find me like that, mate. 36 likes. I'm liking that. Thanks, guys. I don't know why, Joel. I thought you was already on Zello, mate. Yeah, look me up. When you found me, let me know, and I'll turn the volume back up on here. Radio Cruncher asked, did anyone ever use Channel 19 for emergency? Not myself, but we had a group in Luton that used to monitor Channel 9, and they were called React. And yeah, they did a very good job. You know, they used to give out on the breaking channel traffic reports and all that. Yeah, it was very good in its day. Back in the day, if you had an emergency, you say 19 for a 10:33, and if that was an emergency, and if it weren't quite an emergency, I think it was a 10:32. Ross White is speaking. Nowadays, no one really cares for they, but we've got mobiles now. Got Zello, got everything. Yeah, I see someone speaking on here. Who was that? This is 318.
318, mate. It's Joel, mate. It's Jolie Joel.
Hi, Joel. Well, everyone just heard that. Yeah, welcome aboard, mate.
Roger, mate. Yeah, I've been using Zello a while now. Yeah, it's pretty good, mate, isn't it? Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm late to the party myself, Joel, as you probably realised, but I happened to mention it on one of my live streams, and that was it. Everyone's like, if they've got Zello, join the 318 channel, and if they didn't have Zello, a lot of the lads downloaded it, and yeah, we're all making good use of it, Joel.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I was a bit late to the party myself with this, but I'm not Jonah Louis tonight, mate, because I'm in the kitchen at the minute. Got to pour myself a large one, lovely.
Yeah, good for you, mate. Good for you. I'll be back with you soon, mate.
I'll head back over to the live, mate, and carry on watching the old stream.
Yeah, well done. Good to see you in there, Joel. Well, numbers are going up and down. Got 41 likes now. Thanks, everyone, for the like. I don't know. I think I've got a couple of dislikes, but, you know, it is what it is. No one's forcing them to stay here, are they? Just jog on, innit? Paul the Pipe says Southampton City Council monitor CB for use in emergencies. Yeah, times 1036. God, I've got to think now. Let's go through some of the 10 code. 1020 was, where are you? 109 means repeat what you said. I've got to think. 104 obviously means all received. Spin the dial. Oh, yeah, 10100 is if you needed a pay. 10200 is if you needed a sit-down job. Yeah, 1010 till we do it again. Come on, anyone else? Oh, they're the only ones that I ever use. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. Radio Crunchers. Yeah, you always get the haters. Do you know what? Most of the haters are people that have got the same sort of channel, you know. And I always think, do you know what? I might go to their channel and just, but I've never done that. And that's, swear to God, never done it. Yeah, that's true. 10-1 basically means you're not very strong or quiet. Oh, yeah, 10-5 was another one, which means can you relay? Dipsy says his dad used to say 10-10. Yeah, 10-5, Colin. Yeah, I think I just said that. We must have You must have put that up as I said it, or just before I said it. Yeah, there's another one, 10.6. Yeah, you used to hear that a lot, didn't you, back in the day? You'd go to a channel and suddenly someone would pop up. They might be right in the back of the box. The breakers that's just come on to channel 23. Can you QSY? Because this channel's 10.6. This is ours. Piss off. Most of the community stick together and help each other's channels out. Yes, I can't agree more. I gave, oh God, I can't even remember his name, a shout out just a little bit earlier on, Al Bast. And that's for anyone who's not come along till just now. Yeah, if you Al Bast, type in Al Bast on YouTube, you'll find his channel. He's got some old funny videos of him and his mates in the pub who all had a few beers. You know, I love all that. Yeah, the 13 code, you'll have to remind us all about that. Albast, that's it. Just type that in. When you're ready, have a look, you know, subscribe them or whatever. He's just started building his audience up on the CB related things. I think the last time I looked, he had about 95 subscribers. Bob says they did a link from John O'Groats to Land's End once. Took 2 hours only to do it. Between breakers, I'd like to see radio amateurs do it that quick. You'd be surprised, Bob. You got far better reach on the HF band. But yeah, I'll get it. And that is a good thing. $10.34, trouble at the station, help needed. George, okay, George, see you in a minute, mate, if you come back. Bob was talking 4 watts. Yeah, years ago, you know, I was talking on Zello to someone earlier. Back in the day, my first rig, it's just a basic 40 channel AM rig with 5-foot fire stick and a Turner plus 2U power mic on it. Spoke to hundreds of people, and I mean hundreds, but I mean, obviously it was a lot busier then. What's the most amount of power any of you guys have ever run? In other words, what's the biggest amp you ever had? And I'll just quickly tell you, there used to be a guy, he always used to run mobile, a Spanish guy, 007. I don't know if any of you guys ever spoke to him. And I could hear him talking one night in Spanish. He was obviously talking to people back home in Spain. So when he finished, I went on the side of him. And I said, where are you, mate? He goes, oh, I'm up the perch. I said, I'm coming up there as well. He goes, well, when you come up, disconnect your coax because I am running a lot of power. Right? So on the way up the hill, I said to my mate, I'm going to disconnect the aerial from the rig. And as I unscrewed it, my finger just happened to touch the end of the plug on the PL259. And I got an RF burn off it. We were quite close to him at the time, but I just happened to touch that. How many candles you burning? Yeah, that was another one. Sander says 200 watts on SSB, plenty for me. Yeah, can't agree more. If you can't do it on 100, 200 watts, you ain't going to do it, are you? David Mills, 1600 watts. Yeah, smash a window. I've got to see if I've got any tea left here. Yeah, got a little drop. I don't know about you guys. I'm enjoying this tonight. It's all right. Just having a little bit of a chin wag. Takes, well, it certainly takes my mind off for the current situation. Yeah, Nick says, how big was 007's amp? Do you know what? I can't remember. It's 30 odd years ago. All I remember, it was about this big. It was gold. It might have even been something like the big Zatagi, the 550. Eddie's mum says the kettle is on here and there are biscuits. I hope they're homemade biscuits, by the way. I can't even pronounce that, but someone said, hi from Kenya. Hi, Kenya. Welcome. Chocolate ones. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I've only got one amplifier left now, and that's the KL400. I've had that, oh, God. Don't know how many years. Enough. I found it to be a cracking amp. I've also had two of the RM500s. Blew one totally, probably from overdriving it. And I blew the second one probably from overdriving it. That was back in the day before I actually thought I'm going to get an accurate power meter and check my output power on the rig. Give us a 19, Roger. Colin Guntrip says I'm famous all over the world. I won't say I'm famous, but yeah. Chris Holman says, hi from Geordieland. Hiya, mate. Hope you're well up there. I've got a friend lives up there in actual fact. And if you're in Geordieland, you may well have spoke to him. His Muppet handle is Earwig. His name's Dennis. Does a lot of dealing in CBs. Dino says he only ever used 50 watts on his 450. Dave Mills, I think, is doing the off. Yeah, take care of yourself as well, David. If you're about next week, I'll catch you then. You have a good week. Yeah, cheers for that, Joel. I've got to be honest, I'm going to probably start wrapping this up soon. What's the time now? I'll give it another 10 minutes. But I will say the RM500, when they're working, are an absolute awesome amplifier. Absolutely awesome. Bob says he's been on slow scan TV. Not a good looking picture. The Vicar of CB. Yeah, it does look a bit weird, doesn't it? I thought that, but only after I saw myself on here. Lone Ranger says, hi, Steve. Sorry I missed your live stream. Don't worry about it. You can always watch it again later or you know. The live streams start at 7 o'clock. That's what I aim for. Yeah, Dino says it's great if the amps are clean on the signal. Well, let's be honest. Most of the amps that end up on the CB scene are not particularly well filtered. They're not particularly clean. I remember one individual going down the road with a KL500 and keying up, setting off car alarms, shop alarms, creating absolute havoc. Yeah, amateur amps are obviously a lot better, aren't they? They're better built, they're, you know, better designed. The whole shebang. That's why I can never understand someone getting a nice amateur bit of kit and then sticking a Tuppence halfpenny amp on it and turning the power down on, say, their 450, the AC, so 5 watts. I think, you can turn your rig up to 100 watts, run clean, So what, your rig gets a little bit hot. A lot of people seem to be very frightened of heat. Bambi49 says, good to see the hobby alive and well. Haven't been on for over 20 years. Come on, Bandy, get your life together. Get yourself a rig, Pioneer has a great laugh with his PA speaker in his car. Yeah, that used to be a thing, didn't it? People used to mount them in their grill. And yeah, I can remember them giving out feedback and whatnot on the top of a hill. There's always someone in there got the PA and they'd be talking over it. It was all crazy back then, wasn't it? Sorry, Radio Crunch, I've missed a bit. Something about a Bremmy amp. Well, back in the day, in the 80s, I had a BRL 200, the old valve job with a plate and load on it. That was a brilliant amp, and I got rid of that in a deal. Then I got a Bremmy BRL 210, which was the black one with just I think I only had one control knob on it. I had that, and I got short of that, got another BRL 210, and I think my next amplifier after that was a Zitagi B300P, which I must have had for over 10 years. Chris Holman says, I've just stumbled across your live stream. Done my novice license 10 years ago. Welcome, by the way, Chris. And he says he was interested in SOTA. Yeah, Chris, welcome aboard, mate, if you've never been here before. I do this every week on a Wednesday night from 7 o'clock p.m. That's UK time. And on a Sunday from 7 o'clock on, give or take a minute or two. Because, if you sort of maybe become a regular. So come on, guys. What was your all-time favourite rig? It doesn't matter if it's just a little straight 40 FM rig or a sideband. Or what's been your favourite over the years? Maybe a rig that you had back in the day that you've sold and you wish you still had it. I can tell you now, one rig I really regret getting rid of was my first ever rig. It was a straight 40 Bristol. Nothing special, just a straight 40. And it was old when I got it, but I wish I had that back now. Stalker 9. Yeah, I had a Stalker 9 and the 9 FTX. And Major. Well, it says you put down Mayer, but I think there was a few of them, weren't there? There was a 588, and I think there was a 360. Then you got the Concords, Hammond National Multi-Mode 2s. There was loads of them. Harrier CBX. Not long recently got rid of one of them. And a Vice President Roy. TriStar 747. Still new in the box. God, that's worth a few quid now. Colin, yeah, Superstar 360 FM Stealth. Uniden 200. iGame 5, had a couple of them. Bob's got a NATO 2000, or did have, wish he still. I never had a NATO 2000. Funny enough, when I bought my first 148, they were trying to get me to buy the NATO 2000 because they had them all on the shelf. Because at one point it was highly illegal to sell them. Then there was a loophole in the law. You could just go in, hand over your greenbacks and walk out with one. I said, no, I don't want one of them. I want the 148. Had my art set on it, and that's what I bought. Chris Holman's obviously spent time in the military. He like using the HF comms. What's the name of that big old sidebander that they do? I can't remember the name of it. Great big thing with the little leaves at the side. I presume they're like a heat sink. Communicator. Klansman. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I did look at buying one of them at one point, but a lot of them have only got lower sideband on. You have to get them modded for the upper sideband, don't you? Yeah, like you, Radio Cruncher, the best rig that I ever had was me 148. You know, it was a Mark II. Absolutely loved the thing. I've had, I can't even tell you how many of them I've had over the years. But I did have one that had low, high, 10 kc jump, switchable Roger Bleep. Now, for anyone here has got a Superstar 360 FM or a Cobra 148 GTL DX, here's something that you might or you might not know. If it's a box standard rig, I was talking to a guy back in the 80s on the 148, and he said, "Here, Steve, put the lights out. I'll see you there." And I'm like, "What the hell's he on about?" So anyway, I waited. He come back. He goes, "I thought we were putting the lights out." I said, "I've got no idea what you're talking about." Basically, on the standard 148, and I believe it works on a 360 FM as well, providing if the channel 9 switch does what it says. If you put the channel 9 switch between 9 and off, in the middle, the display goes out. And that takes you to the alpha channel, I believe, just below the 555. It takes you to, that would be 27545. I don't know if any of you knew that. Yeah, welcome, Del Boy. I gave your channel a bit of a shout out earlier on, mate. Gave it the old thumbs up. Cobra AM. Glenn Fryer says he got rid of his Belcom and regrets it. I've never had a Belcom, to be honest. .148, absolute fantastic bit of kit in my book. Obviously, there's some people who don't like them. Some people going back to the old rigs might prefer the iGame 5 or the Multi-Mode 2 or any of the other rigs out there. No worries, Del Boy. I meant to tell you, because you helped me that much in that live stream where you're helping people on Zello how to find me. I really appreciated that, mate. So anyone, I will say it again, because there's been a lot of late arrivals. If anyone likes watching CB radio videos, type in Del Boy online. You should find his channel. And if I've said that wrong, Del Boy, put people right out how they can find you. Propagation spray. Yeah, that's what you need. Or some SWR grease. I've got both of them in my cupboard alongside WD-40 and my left-handed screwdriver. Well, I'd said I'd give it 10 minutes, and we've gone past that. So I'm going to start sort of saying to everyone, 49 likes. Appreciate that, fellas. Dipsy says it's been a good stream, Steve, and a good laugh. Cheers for streaming. No worries, Dipsy. No doubt we'll chat during the week. I've enjoyed it. I hope you guys have. Oh, 51 likes now. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Radio Cruncher. Yeah, good point, mate. I'm hoping for Captain Scarlet to turn up. He used to watch some of my early videos for some reason. AMC, Doogie, been a great show, mate. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm glad you did. I love it. I love coming here chatting to you guys. I've not done a lot of Zello tonight, but we can do that sort of any time. Pull the Pipe TV made my night. Thanks. If I can give a bit of pleasure in the world and we'll all have a bit of fun together, then, you know, it's job done as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, no worries, Ben Speed. Thanks, Joel. Cheers, Glenn. Need a live stream to discuss how we celebrate the 40th anniversary. I don't know if I've got that many I might not be alive by then. Yeah, no worries, Stefan. Thanks for taking part, mate. It's been a lot of fun for me anyway. Chris Holman, 73's to you as well, mate. No worries, Stormy. Hopefully, maybe see you next week, mate. Colin, Wilshire. Well, I'm glad everyone's enjoyed it. Apart from that one that didn't, but you know there is always one, isn't there? Now, listen, guys. I'm going to say 73s to you all. I'll be on Wednesday night from 7 o'clock on. We've had a couple of new countries in it, or Kenya for one. I don't think we've ever had anyone from Kenya in here. No worries, Steve G. Take care, mate. I'll see you next week. All going well. AMC, I'm not going to repeat that. I have watched a few of his videos, and I've got to be honest with everyone. I don't tend to watch other people's videos. I don't know why. If I've got to edit one and do one myself, I'm sort of wrapped up in my own, really. No worries, Bob. If you're there, great. If you're not, obviously, you know, you got something to do in life. Dino. Cheers, bud. 73s to you as well. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream at this point now. Hopefully, you've all sort of got to say your goodbyes. And do you know what? I'm not sure I like this. But maybe if we've had a few beers one night, a little bit nearer to Christmas, I'll actually get the white beard and maybe some flashing lights on me out as well. Put a few smiles. Anyway, watch his space regarding me lettuce. I don't seem to be doing a lot. I'm not much of a gardener. Take care, Dipsy. All right, I'm going to end the stream now. This is Charlie Tango 318 live, going clear. See you later, boys.